No, the Depression, I have heard so much about it, and about the flood of 1927.
Mm-hmm.
My sister Genoa,
Mm-hmm.
she's heard me tell people stories, and after I'd get through, she'd say, "And where did you get all that?" And I said, "Well, I just remember all of that, you know." And she says, "You weren't even born." But what it was, they talked so much about it, and we lived right on the bayou,
Mm-hmm.
and had a great big yard, and the health unit from the state, I guess, came to our house to vaccinate people because of the cattle and the, you know, running in and out the bayou, and they were dying and all. And I heard all these stories, so I picked them up and I told the story. I told them people all about the flood.
Yeah.
But that we didn't have a hard time because I don't remember.
Right.
I was too young to remember.
Yeah.
And we were coming out of it as I was getting older, and I remember my daddy bought a new car. You couldn't even buy cars then, but he bought a new car in 1939.
Mm-hmm.
So I was 7 years old then.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's where I started picking up all the stories that they told, you know, and what happened. And I mean, I've seen a movie of that flood. The pictures in today's paper, by the way, of the war and what happened in Louisiana about the soldiers and how much Louisiana saw of, you know, army camps and
Mm-hmm.
soldiers coming in.
Did either of your parents have slaves?
Oh God, no. We lived on a farm and my dad had a lot of slaves working for him, but I mean, they didn't belong to him, they worked for him, you know. But, yeah, they weren't slaves.
Where'd y'all grow?
They were free,
Yeah.
yeah. And we loved them to death.
Get your beer.
I will. Where'd y'all grow?
Huh?
On the farm.
Oh, gosh. Corn and okra and tomatoes, and grew a lot of steer, cows.
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't have we had horses, but I mean, we didn't grow any horses. Grew pigs, anything you could eat. And even after we lived there, I was born in 31 and Dad died in 36. And that's the year we moved away. But I remember as a little kid how much fun they'd have boucheries.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
And they came to our house because it was the big yard and everybody brought their big black pots, and it was just a big fun like they have today with the jambalayas, you know. And everybody came over there, and then the women made the sausage and the boudin, and my daddy made the best crackers you ever ate in your life. Oh, I can still taste them. And they shared.
But you were 5 when he died, yeah?
Yeah.
And you still remember how good they
I-
tasted.
Honey, I remember that just like it was yesterday. I remember, what year did Huey Long die?
Huh?
Do you remember what year Huey Long was shot?
Oh, hell no.
My daddy hated the Longs. They were just, I mean, because they would, well, they were like Edwin Edwards. They gave away everything, and they had their favorites and all, you know.
Yeah.
You had to know somebody to come see my grave.
Okay, let's go look.
Oh, pour a little bit more in.
Oh yeah, it did thicken up.
See, I
Where's
put-
your spoon?
Taste it.
Oh yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm. Should change my dinner plans.
And it's not floury.
Right.
One of my aunts told me to do that.
Smart thinking.
She gave me that, well, that's not the skillet, but I used to cook all my steaks in the skillet. She gave me a big old aluminum skillet, and that's what I used. And I don't use it because somehow or other it got, the bottom was
Like worn.
warped. And that cooks so much better. I mean, anytime you cook in black iron, it's so much better.
I'm ready to
You ready to eat?
eat.
What y'all having with the meat? Rice and any vegetables?
Well, I was looking for something, but I don't have anything already cooked. Let me see what I got. Heat up right quick. What you want, Dad? Green beans?
Huh?
What do you want? Green beans?
We need a vegetable.
Well, anything, sweetie.
Oh,
Green beans, yes.
how about if I give you my salad I had left over from last night that you enjoyed so much, and I didn't eat all of mine.
There you go.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it looks terrible, but it's good. And I'm gonna eat some green beans.
Papa, what's your favorite thing about Franny?
Well,
You want me to go outside?
well, after 50-some more years, I still love it.
Mm-hmm.
But why? She wants to know.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Because she still puts up with you?
Huh?
Because she still puts up with you?
Go ahead and tell her why you still love me.
Why?
I don't know. I want to know.
Well, she's all I got.
Franny, what's your favorite thing about football?
My favorite thing about Papa,
Mm-hmm.
he's stubborn as a mule, and he can be just as rude, but he also can be just the sweetest thing. When he goes to the hospital, you would think he's Mr. Wonderful. That he's so sweet. Oh, he's so sweet. I thought we all ought to come live with him, because he's not that sweet. But he's very good. He was always a good husband. He was a good father, and he knew how to handle his children.
Mm-hmm.
When they were scared of him, but they knew when they were in trouble. When that phone would ring, and they'd say, "Let me talk to Daddy," honey, my knees would just melt because he knew exactly what to tell them and what to do. I don't have any green beans. I can't believe that. And he was always fair with it.
Mm-hmm.
He was generous with them, not to a fault. I mean, but we paid for their insurance, so they, till they left home and were making a fair wage.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't pay him. They didn't get
Allowance?
an allowance, but they went out and worked.